Chiara and the First Focolare. January 22, 1920, Chiara Lubich was born in Trent, northern Italy, and was baptized with the name Sylvia. Her mother was a fervent Christian woman. Her father was a printer and socialist in his beliefs. Her brother Gino would later join the Italian partisans and become a journalist for the L'Unità newspaper, communist newspaper. Chiara recounts, "I was 7 years old and I had a great love for everything to do with religion, something which drew me towards the things of God. At that time, a nun called Sister Caroline took care of me. I used to go to this nun with some of my companions who were 5 or 6 years old, and every Friday at 3 o'clock she used to take us to a church in Trent. There, the Blessed Eucharist was exposed in the monstrance from 3 to 4, and I used to stay kneeling in adoration for the whole hour. I felt inside that Jesus was urging me to ask him something. Listen, Jesus, you created the sun which gives light and heat. I'll keep my eyes fixed on you, and through my eyes you put spiritual light and warmth into my soul. And I would say this each time I went there. And I would keep my eyes fixed on Jesus, hoping that he would enlighten me, that he would warm my heart with love. Sometimes I even fainted with the effort of keeping my eyes fixed on him, and so I had to be carried out of the church." But it was Jesus who put this question inside me because he wanted to teach, and he began to make me understand many things. When I was close to 10 years of age, I became very seriously ill. I had acute peritonitis, perforated in 3 parts. At that time, there was no medicine, and those who had that illness died. The doctor said to my daddy, "There's nothing we can do." My daddy said, "Operate on her." And the doctor said, "Why make her suffer? Let her die in peace." And my mommy didn't know anything about this. My daddy went back to the doctor and said, "Operate on her. I will take the responsibility." And so the doctor said, "You must sign a declaration stating that you will take the responsibility, because if she dies, the fault is not mine. If she dies during the operation, I am not to blame." My daddy signed the declaration. They put me on a stretcher and took me to the operating theater. I was 10 years old. My daddy said to the doctor, "Let me in so that I can be there when she dies." The doctor said, "It's not allowed." My mommy saw my daddy and said, "What's happening? What's the matter?" She was crying and was terribly upset. My father hadn't told her anything, but then he said, "They're going to operate on her." And so my mommy ran to Sister Caroline. So a cure was impossible. She went to Sister Caroline and the other nuns where I used to go, and she said, "They're going to operate on my child." They replied, "Don't worry, we will light all of the candles and put on all of the lights of the church in front of the infant Mary and pray to her." They called all of the nuns in the convent. It was midday, and they prayed, saying, "Infant Mary, if it is good for the soul of this child that she lives, cure her." If it is better that this child that you take her to paradise, help her parents to accept this. When my mother heard these words, she became even more worried. After the operation, the doctor said, "She's still alive," but for many days I was in danger of death. My mother did something. After the operation, I was not supposed to drink anything. When my mommy was alone with me in the room, she said, "I will give you a big spoonful of this water of Our Lady of Lourdes, and she will help us." And she gave me some. I got better. You can see that Our Lady wanted me to live and not to die. 1938, she graduated as an elementary school teacher and taught at Castello, in Livo, towns in Val di Sole, in the regions of Trent, and then in Trent itself. 1938, she enrolled at the University of Venice and she began studies in philosophy, but World War II impeded her from continuing on.